Hey guys, this is Logany here, and this is my guide to Nex. I'm going to show you the basics, as well as some of the better tips out there for killing Nex, as well as how to do a pro bank, and how to gear and pack fast. If you don't know how to get to Nex, look ahead to the banking part of the guide as it shows you there. So let's start off with gearing up. So you need to have two different tabs, one for banking and one for all your Nex gear. In your banking tab, you're going to have your ceremonial and the armor you get through the kill count room with. And in your Nex tab, you're going to have everything that you're taking into Nex, so all your gear, potions, belts, etc. So once you have that separated out, you want to go to your banking tab and put everything in once you get done with your bank. And go back to your Nex tab and withdraw all your items, which they should be at the bottom since they're frequently taken in and out, all your equipment. And go over to the equipment tab and put everything on. And once you have everything on, go back. You should have a yak out at this point from going through the kill count room. So fill up your yak with brews, and what you want to do is you want to leave 2 spaces in the second to last row, and this will give you room for restores and your unicorn. So go back and withdraw as many brews as you need to get to that point, and withdraw 5 restores, your unicorn, 50 unicorn scrolls or more, and your house tabs. So once you do that, fill up your yak with your 5 restores, your unicorn scrolls, and your tab, and go back to your bank. Next, you want to make sure you have 2 overloads, at least 3 special restores, an anti-poison, and 6 brews, and then the rest of it needs to be special restores. So at this point, if you don't already have a reference picture, take a screenshot of your inventory, like the one at the beginning of this video, which was mine, and make it so you can reference back to it. So you should have your 4 ranging items, including your Deflector, helm, your ACP, or Pernix body, and your chaotic crossbow, your 200 diamond bolts, all your potions, etc. So now, before we enter the room, we're going to overload, and then we're going to drink a full brew. And once we've drinking our full brew, we can drop our vial from it and take a sip of a special restore. Now you want to bank your special restore and your overload and replace them with full ones. So now I'm going to jump ahead to a different kill. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to claw special her once we run into the room. She's going to spawn and start summoning the minions. And what you should do is you should set your quick prayer to magic and piety, just like that. And what this will let you do is will let you sit in the house options, which stops your overload timer, and you just have to wait for her to spawn, and once she says Glacies, we can click on that quick prayer, and all we have to do is attack her. So she's summoning the 4 minions, and then she's going to say, fill my soul with smoke. So here's the last minion. Our special attack's on. All we had to do is click the prayer button and then do 2 special attacks. So now quickly switch to your range gear and turn on your rigor or eagle eye with steel skin. So now she's going to be attacking people, and we are ranging her. She has 3 different attacks here. She has there is no escape, which we'll do right here, and if the screen zooms down like that, that means you're about to be hit, so make sure your hit points are above, say, 600. So now she is barraging all of us. She just called Fumus. The other 2 attacks are she will pick you up and move you to a different spot. This is bad news for you because your prayer is now turned off and you won't be able to turn it on for about 5 seconds. Make sure you get back on as soon as you can and eat a lot of brews because your life points are going to be pretty low. So now we are killing Fumus, and we are going to death dot on this one spot to the east If not everybody is death dotted here, she won't stay lured. If she's attacking you, you need to run south, because this will lure her away from everyone else, and it will save us a lot of brews. She's on me, so I'm going to run south here. It's kind of hard to tell if she's on you or not. So now, because everybody's death dotted, kind of, she stays lured on me. So I'm tagging her, which switches her to the next phase. They should have said tag down in the chap, they didn't. So now, there's a couple different attacks here. There are these shadows here I just got hit with. And the main way to avoid those is to kind of anticipate them in spam click. If you get hit by them, they will do over 500 damage usually. Maybe as little as 140 is probably the lowest I've ever seen them do. So now we're going to have a couple different options for prayer. You can either do a ranged prayer, which will help you when you're really close to her. There's a melee prayer, which will help you when she melees you, and there's a redemption prayer that some people like. She's about to call Fumus, and make sure that by this point you've already drank a special restore, and this will help you claw twice on the blood phase, which is rather important. So right now we're avoiding the shadows. She's probably going to call them pretty quick. And an important thing is when she calls Umbra, if she is attacking you, run south. If she is not attacking you, run up and death dot. Right here. If everybody stands in the same spot, she will stay lured. If everybody runs around, she will not stay lured on that person, and see, we need all death dot here, and she will kind of run back up and she will hit us all. So we're gonna not claw spec as soon as the blood phase starts, but we're gonna switch to her claws and wait for her to siphon. When she siphons, that means that any damage you do to her heals her. So sure, she said flood my lungs with blood, and now we're waiting for her to finish her siphon before we claw spec. Turn on your PD and your magic prayer, and make sure that you are fully overloaded so that your claw spec hits high. I didn't have time to claw there. Now, when she says, I demand a blood sacrifice like that, we're going to count 5 attacks. There's 1, 2, 3, hit the 4th one and then stop attacking her, because she's about to siphon. Because here comes her siphon. Okay. So if you hit on her siphon, it makes the phase longer and everybody dislikes you. So an important thing here is staying melee distance. If you stand next to her where you can melee her, melee distance, she won't run around and it makes the kill a lot smoother. So she's about to siphon again. We need to count 5 each time. She siphoned, and now we can attack her. It is okay if you don't have enough special attack energy to special her twice, if you wait until after the second siphon. I'm overloading now. Okay, she's about to call Crew War, and when she does, we're going to run over there. There we go. Okay, so here you do not want to stand next to other people, because that will bunch everyone up, and her blood barrage is going to hit a lot higher, which will heal her even more and do even more damage to you. So if you stay at least one space in all directions away from people, like that, that will help keep that bunched up. Okay, she's now in the ice phase. She might say contain this, like that. You need to run away, because she's about to do that. It will hit everybody in melee distance around her. Now she switched between that and a prison. So she's about to do prison. She prisoned me. You need to hit the icicles if you aren't in the prison. And sometimes you can free yourself. It will do up to like 750 damage. So you need to drink a brew if you're gonna die. She does a contain, and she switches between contain and prisons. It's best for you to stay at melee distance, because it keeps her from moving around. And she's doing another prison. She did on that person over there. So she just called Glacies. We're going to run over. If you're not overloaded at this point, you need to make sure that you are. because you're about to go into the last phase, and if you're not overloaded in the last phase, she's going to tank you, and you're going to use a lot extra brews, and you have a lot higher chance of dying if she starts tanking you while you're overloading. So she still is doing contains, and she just got me again in a prison. So we knock ourselves out, and then we move. So you want to spam click out of a prison if you're inside one, and spam click the prison to free your teammate out of it if they get caught in one. It's pretty easy to time contains and prisons, so make sure you don't fall into them. Alright, so we're in the last phase now. You want to stay melee distance always, always, always. Oh, someone just died. Alright, so we are attacking her. We're out of melee distance, we need to move up. We're still out. We need to move up. Alright, everybody's up. She is tanking me. I need to turn on my melee prayer, and I need to get my magic level back up because I'm drinking a bunch of brews. If I don't get my magic level up, she's going to keep tanking me. Because she tanks based on magic defense and magic level and defense level. So if I drink a bunch of brews and I don't drink my restores, she's just going to keep tanking me because my magic level is really low. So drink 1 restore for every 3 brew doses. Another very, very important thing here is to not corner tank. If you are tanking, you need to stand in the middle, not on the corners. If you corner tank, she will mage everybody like that constantly. So you can see I'm in the middle while I'm tanking here. If you absolutely cannot tank because you're almost out of brews like I am, you can turn on your PD if you don't have rigor already, to try and get the tank off of you. Otherwise you're going to have to teleport. If it is your last kill, you should use your claw special on it. Do not do it while she has deflect melee up, because that will kill you. It's kind of like vengeance on her constantly, except it hits even higher, because even if you hit like, say 10, it's going to rebound and hit like 300. So she just switched off, so that would be a good time to claw special. So once she is dead, she's going to do a wrath, so you're going to want to spam click away and get away from her as fast as possible. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to the end of this kill here. See, I just claw specialed her twice. If I had done that while she was just teleported, if I had done that while she had her deflect melee up, I would have died, because it would have rebounded on me and killed me. Alright, so I'm in my house now, did my prayer, go to Edgeville, and we're gonna bank really fast here. Okay, overload went off, so that healed me. Alright, so we're gonna put all of our items in, and we're gonna go to our banking tab, withdraw everything, and the only items in there should be your items for banking. Withdraw 1 energy potion, your enhanced Excalibur, 1 yak pouch, 1 yak scroll, your key, and some food. You can go over to the equipment tab now, and you also want a teleport tab, or you can just get out your bank and put on all your stuff. You can put on your gloves and your boots. Just make sure you have 240 crush defense. So now we have our Trollheim teleport, all of our ceremonial, our ancient key with charges on it. We run to the east as soon as we teleport. Pull out your yak either here or once you enter the door, and walk through the room. We're going to use our yak to deposit our key. This means if we die in the kill count room, we don't lose our key. Enter and put on your magic prayer. If you need to, you can eat a rock tail to save you, or whatever food you have. Put on your ceremonial as you get to the door, and you should be able to walk right through.